Sally Larilla, and you're watching the Evolution Live Lounge. Vancouver is known for having a diverse music scenes, from venues like the Biltmore Cabaret, Vogue Theatre, and the Commodore Ballroom, and honestly, many more. Honestly, there's a safe space and a creative place for everyone. Today, we're joined by an indie band that is crushing the music scene, Winter Youth. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
You ready to get right into it? All right, so tell me a little bit about yourselves.
So we are an indie rock band from Vancouver, and we're really heavily influenced by bands Daughter, The National, and Florence and the Machine. And we usually play a lot around BC and a little bit of Alberta, Ontario a little bit, and most recently just went to the UK and played at Rain Dance Film Festival, which was really cool.
How was Rain Dance?
Awesome.
Was it like a different atmosphere than playing here?
They're both definitely really great and inspiring, but it was cool to say that we played our first international show at such a insane venue and such a cool atmosphere. So yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you once went under the name Little Crow. Why did you make that transformation to Winter Youth?
For us, honestly, we were just evolving and changing with our music, and so we felt like we needed a name that also changed with us and kind of felt a little bit more right. So we're super stoked to have come up with Winter Youth and have added a couple new members as well, Alex on drums and Kirsten, who's not with us but plays bass. So that's really why.
So you said you were influenced with the music from like Florence the Machine, Daughter. Why is it that their music inspire you?
Honestly, I have to say their lyrics are incredibly relatable. They seem so honest, and then also the way that they sing, honestly, it just comes across in a way that it hits a chord with most people, and it's such a raw thing. So
growing up, did you always knew you wanted to get into music?
I started a little late in high school. It was when I started playing music, and that all came from I had a head injury at a young age, and through that head injury, I couldn't really communicate and express myself through art, which is what I used to delve into. And then I picked up a guitar, and it kind of became the way that I could express myself. And so music just continued from then on. But Em's been doing it way longer than I have.
I don't know. Since I was about 8 years old, I've been pretty much just going forward and never looked back. So
yeah, the only way to go. So your music writes from the shackles of depression and anxiety. Why did you choose topics like these to write about?
Emily and I both deal with a lot of anxiety and depression in our own lives, and I think that the more that we write about it, the more we talk about it, the more we find that people are coming to us to have conversations and who are opening up, some of the darkest parts of themselves to share. And I think that within writing about it and being vulnerable in that sense, it does create a lot of connection. And I think that that's something really beautiful that we've really enjoyed, getting to connect with so many different people. And I think, normalizing talking about it and being able to communicate about it is a really big passion for us. So that's kind of where that comes into play.
Yeah. Can we talk about the video for Home for a hot second here? It's awesome, beautiful, everything. Like, it's just a shot of you back to back against the wall, but it speaks such emotion and power. Where did you get the inspiration to this video?
Yeah, so we were really fortunate to work with a really great videographer, Zachary Vague, on this film and also all of the music videos we're going to be releasing. But with this one, we really wanted to showcase kind of what the lyrics display. So it's that feeling of being so close to someone but yet so distant and feeling really isolated. And I think the video does a really great job of that. Even though it's that one frame through the whole thing, it conveys a lot of emotion.
Definitely got the job done. So your album is also named after Home, which was released not too long ago, actually. How was the process of creating that?
The process of creating that album was amazing. It was great. It took a lot longer than we had previously anticipated. I think it's kind of like any project you take on with the shortest deadline. You're so excited, and then you get hit with every roadblock you can.
Like, psych, yeah.
But we have an amazing team with our producer Paul Beckler at Fader Master Sound, and that's where we recorded the album. And it all came together really, really nicely, and in a way that back when we were recording it, we couldn't quite understand. And now looking back at the album itself and both content and also feel just really envelops kind of what we were dealing with in that time of recording that album. So looking back on it, it's kind of like a little slice of the past that we can look on, and we're really excited about what we've created and grow from there.
Yeah, and talk about a celebration.
Yeah.
How did it feel to celebrate to a sold-out LS Building?
Yeah, it was honestly amazing. We were really fortunate to work with some of our favorite people in Vancouver and did a really DIY show. So it was amazing to have it sold out and then also to play alongside Cassidy Waring and Elle Wolf, who are just such pillars in the music community for creating such safe spaces. And that's really what we wanted to do with that show, is to make a safe space where it's super about being vulnerable and just really intimate as well.
Yeah. So on your social media, you've posted your involvement in the documentary Crow's Transformation. So tell me why you got involved in this documentary and share your story.
When I was 17, I transitioned from female to male, and a really interesting. I lived a lot of my life early on in my transition as kind of flying under the radar and stealth, just really kind of scared growing within my own little cocoon. And this really cool opportunity came up. I had the producer of this documentary, Gina Hol-Lazarowicz, reach out to me and ask if I would want to take part in her documentary, which was following the transition of a young model transitioning from female to male. And if I wanted to come on and tell my story as somebody who transitioned earlier, so we could really kind of show that even though it's not much time between our transitions, how much had changed in our experiences going through this. And so I said yes. And 4 years later, we came out with this documentary where it really dug deep into all these past little things that I don't think I'd really realized and hadn't resolved. But what came from that was I got this amazing platform to tell my story that helped me heal, and just be able to create this documentary that's been very well received internationally and won a couple of awards now. And it's and so we've just kind of been taking on this new hat of being really outspoken about trans and LGBTQ 2+ rights.
Yes, congratulations on all its success.
Thank you.
So why do you think it's important that we have documentaries like these or share your story?
I think it's really important to have these kinds of documentaries and these kinds of stories shared, because I think everybody has a story to tell, and you never realize how relatable your story is or how much your story could help somebody else with the time and place they're at in their lives. And so what it's shown me is that it's super important to tell your story and to capture these different types of stories to really create a sense of community and create a sense of community and connection, because sometimes people just feel so alone. And I think that's a pretty big, broad feeling, even though we all wouldn't want to admit it. So I think it's super important to have material like that people can really connect over and feel supported.
Yes, preach it. So as 2020 continues, or can we expect new music, new videos?
Yeah, so we've got quite a few music videos still to release. We recorded actually a music video for every track that's on that 10-song album. So we've released 3 so far, so we've got the rest to release, and then 2 new singles actually that are tied to that documentary that we'll be releasing this year.
How exciting. So just for fun, how would you describe Winter Youth in one word?
That's hard because we're very biased. In my opinion, I would say honest. I think that's one thing that we really try to convey in our lyrics, and even just the things that we try to get behind and talk about with mental health and LGBTQ rights is just be as authentic and vulnerable as you possibly can be. Try to create a safe community, and we try to do that through our music. So by being honest.
Yeah. Speaking of music, so you've got live shows coming up in the pipeline. Where can we stay updated, or where can we find you?
We're everywhere on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Winter Youth Official. And on all those channels, that's where we'll be releasing some new videos, like Em said, and announcing some cool shows coming up. And those 2 other songs we've got that we'll be releasing pretty soon.
Cool. So you're going to perform for us? What will you be performing for us?
We're going to be performing our song Home. So thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
We're excited.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Super tight, super excited. The stage is yours. Go for it.
inside my head over and over again. Imagine that the ocean would swallow me whole, and I would follow you down to the coast where you told me to go. If I ever missed you like home, 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 home. And I'm trapped inside this bed, living like a ghost. I thought you made me better. I thought that I was better. And I just want you back. I just wanna feel your skin against mine. Oh, I swear that I miss you like home, home. You've taken every part of me. I need you like the air I breathe. Home, I'm broken into pieces. They don't fit right anymore. I'm slipping through the cracks in this old wooden floor. And you promised you would never leave me alone. Don't leave, don't leave. This won't feel like home, home, I miss you like home.
Awesome. Winter Youth with their performance of Home. That was amazing. Thank you again for coming on. Next week, we'll have this youthful, passionate, and talented band, Vancouver's very own Chase the Bear. Until then, I'm Joy Larilla, and this is the Evolution Live Lounge.